I need to fucking grease this thing. Every time I move it, it's squeaky.
He's
Hi.
a WD-40 over
I
there.
do. I know. I know where some is, and I just want to go. I should have during the intro just ran and it drives me crazy now. Hello, welcome. The party has been enjoying. The party has been enjoying the festival, the season as they call it, merry season. And with that, there are still more festivities out and about in these semi-carnival-esque grounds. After having just beaten twice, absolutely beat the devil out of him, the arm wrestling man, and then winning the trivia game. The stage is now yours to explore more of the grounds. Once again, the lights, as some of these festivities have kicked off and you guys have spent your time here, and because of the current season, the sunrise happening decently more early than you would anticipate. Not completely like a full like, oh, I'm ready for bed night, but it is beginning to be that hour. It's actually quite beautiful, especially looking out over the lake. All the little boats, it's almost comical just seeing how close they are together, and you gotta wonder, like, are they twisting lines and getting their nets caught and stuff like that? But then there's other areas which are a little bit more, it's like everybody's trying to use the same fishing spot when you kind of look out over the docks. But then these lights that have been lit throughout the day, which are still pretty in their own way, even in the daylight, become more effective when night approaches. So as dusk comes upon you, you see the lights and the way they reflect off of the wharf town lake. There is many people out and about in this kind of festival grounds that are enjoying their own festivities. Children and adults alike. The overlap is almost unrecognizable for the amount of joy that people tend to be having, except maybe that of the level of intoxication for some. Being as the kids are a little less drunk. Just a little bit less drunk. It's, halflings and gnomes. That's how it goes,
Slowly building up their tolerances.
Start them young, start them getting used to it.
Asher, wait, what did we agree to call you? Bestie. Here is 100 sec for you and 100 sec for you. Don't ask me for money again. Okay? Thank you. You should be good.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Especially you, Asher. I've had to let you borrow a lot of gold. According to my calculations, I've let you borrow about 125 gold extra for random shit you've wanted over the entire journey, and you owe me 1 soul and 3.2% interest, so you can pay me back eventually. All right, bye.
Been keeping track this whole time.
Asher just looks down at the sack that she just handed him, be like, I'm a little concerned to need components.
It's a good thing you have one on the way. Maybe you could just trade that for your dead.
I would not wish that on my worst enemy.
I think Bree would be a nice master to a slave. I mean, personally, there's worse.
You're going to be a great ruler, Dom, I tell you.
Not.
Oh yeah, maybe I should not say that out loud, eh?
Rowan's trying to recall if Bree has ever lent and if she's keeping track. I don't
It's not picking you up when you're talking this low right now, Ellie.
Oh, okay. I'll have to. Rowan's currently is thinking if Bree has ever covered him and how much, if so, she's covered for. Yeah.
Everyone's in danger.
So, do we want to go get more to drink?
I'm done with getting shit-faced. You want to go get shit-faced?
As
Yeah.
long as we don't actually compromise our cover.
I wonder if this place has like drinking competitions and such. Aurelia, you haven't been able to be a part of one of our drinking competitions yet, have you?
No, I have not. No. I don't hold my liquor super well. But I would for once I would try, but I'm not promising anything spectacular.
You know, the best part about a drinking competition is that you use about the same amount as you drink as if you can sneak it and pour it somewhere else. And I have a feeling that you would be amazing at that.
So you're admitting that you cheat?
It's not cheating if you get caught, unless you get caught.
But you've participated in competitions with all the other people here.
Correct. Yes, but they're on my team, so therefore it's not a problem if they're on my team. Now, if I was going against them, then it would cause issues probably. But teamwork makes the dream work.
That time in Midcove, did you?
No, I just hammered it down. I was going through some stuff, family issues.
We did. Have you got there? So, I was gonna say. Dang, I didn't even notice.
Speaking of which, though, Bree, all these people seem fascinated with this river. What's so special about it? I mean, I know you kind of gave Rowan some crap for putting his hands in it. I get it's dirty, but why are so many people fascinated with it? Like, is there treasure in it? Is there fish? Good fish?
I mean, I gave Rowan crap for it because there is a proper body to water ratio that is acceptable, and Lofton far exceeds that. But I guess the great thing about Lofton is if enough college students just fall in or drunkards drown, you get kind of whatever the loot is, and then they just resell it like little peddlers. And
Really?
yeah. I mean,
Looking
so
around,
if
most
you
of
see
the little stalls and shops have the just odd trinkets and stuff like that they are reselling. It's almost like it's acceptable, but at the same time they recognize that's a little messed up, and so they have like this one section where it's like, and everything is like vaguely named in that way, like the unfortunate drowned, and it's like just these little things that just like ode to the trinkets that have been lost in the lake.
Could,
they just embrace the fact that there's water kind of everywhere, and not a lot of the cities do that. They focus on infrastructure and getting bigger and grander and more heartier, but Lofton is just like party.
I mean, it makes sense. You use your assets to grow, and if their assets to grow is partying and death, and the loot that comes from the death, I mean, it's not much different from adventuring at that point. Yeah. With that being said, Bree, do you know if there is locations of the river that are more popular to others? Possibly the end of the river, where the bodies probably stack up the most, I guess.
Dom, are you looking for a body hunt?
I'm just curious.
Well,
Just
like,
curious.
how bloaty do
Hypothetically.
you like your bodies?
The bodies don't matter as long as the loot is still there. That's
Okay, fair. I mean, go find a grate. Water all kind of goes somewhere, and the grate's kind of like they're just like, oh, like right there along it.
Holston, is there a way I could make a quick perception check to see if there's a spot that's more searched than others, I guess, of the river?
So
Lake,
your biggest
stream.
tell would be there's a lot of things that are collected right at the edge of the dock, because if people lose stuff, that's probably where it's going to bounce off to. So those areas are pretty occupied already. People have figured out the system as far as where to find stuff. More odd stuff will be lost out in the lake itself, where all the other people are like clustered up trying to fish. Those people are generally looking for the stuff to like actually fish. Most of the trinkets and stuff are going to be really just right off the dock side itself, which just makes sense. That's where things would be dropped and lost and kicked off the edge and that kind of thing. And then I don't know, maybe the odd case a bit further away from the docks, but really would just whatever would make sense.
Okay, just very quickly, not spend a bunch of time on it, but Dom would go over to the lake and just use his eyes, and he would glance and see if there's any magical effects that can be seen within the lake. Any glittering and glowing.
Sure, absolutely. Roll a perception check with that as well.
While Dom's doing that and away, I feel Karam would probably ask the Clunder or even the party, is just me, or after his second resurrection, does this interest in loot seem to be a bit more of an obsession?
Not that I've noticed. I don't know how he was before.
Maybe I just never noticed how extreme it was.
This is normal, right? I mean, that's how Dom was. You
I
know,
mean,
there's a
he
body,
liked
there's a
rocks.
Yes. I don't know, something about the nature of... But maybe it's just this town. I'm starting to like this place less than you. Looking at Bree. It's like looting dead bodies floating down rivers. This is...
Well, it could also be the shock of having nothing and just needing something. Because think about it, he was in a position where he was stripped of everything and had nothing to help him. So to me, psychologically, it makes a lot of sense to try to hoard and gather as many resources should shit hit the fan again. I mean, just trying to see from his point of view.
From a survivalist standpoint, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that.
By the way, 18.
What was it? 18?
18.
Glancing in, there is through the water, nothing seems to illuminate magically in your vision. Glancing through the water, some places are a little bit murkier than others, than others, and looking in just for a glimpse a little bit a ways off the dock, you do notice a light shimmer. Hard to tell if it was a magical shimmer or if it was just something metallic or something like that.
Can I get to it? Like it's off the dock or it's in the water?
You would have to get in the water, yes. And it's deep enough that you would have to probably go down below the surface of the water as well to reach it.
It's just my look. But I can't tell if it's magical or if it's just a glimmer. I can't tell the difference between the
it's
two.
glimmered in the water. So technically, with that spell, you even the water surface would count as a surface to see through, and because of the level of the murkiness of that water, it would still be like a surface that you would see through, like through the wall, kind of thing.
Okay. Well, he would. He probably was on his knees, kind of bent down, looking at the water. He would brush the dust off of his knees and walk back to the party and kind of be a little depressed. Just join back in with the party.
You see a halfling fellow walk over there, similar garb to Tipley that you had met when you first came in, except he's got both boots and a different set of raggedy clothes, and you see him kind of mate, and then he takes his boots off. He's looking right where you were looking. Takes his boots off. You see he has a little like retractable net that he sets up a few levels, and then he takes both of his boots off, and then even 2 different socks that he's wearing, he takes them off, and you hear them slap against the deck side, still wet, even though he's tried his best to keep them dry. And he hikes up his legs for whatever it's worth as he jumps in a little bit, and then swims out a little bit a ways towards where that is. Nice one, eh? And then whoop, dunks under the water for a little bit. And then after some time emerges back, net first, holding it up, and you see there's just dirt and muck and rocks and shells and stuff within that. And then he swims back over to the deck side, scoops, dumps that out, and then like begins to comb through the muck of that, and then starts to wipe off a little bit of something, and you see a shine with your vision still activated at this point, because it would last about a minute, right? Is that correct?
It's until the end of my next turn, so it's actually not very long. It's more of a
that vision is just for till the end of your next turn.
Yeah, so it's not super long. It's more of a just to see what type of magic, or if there's a location of it, kind of thing.
Gotcha. It seems to be probably what you saw, even with the muck covered over it. As he wipes it off, you recognize that it's probably what you saw that shimmered in the water, and he kind of holds it up. Oh, yeah. And then takes it, and it seems like it was a ring, and he puts it in one of his pockets. Then he starts to wring out his knees first, and then his socks, and then he tries to put the socks back on, and then puts his boots back on. Turns, smiles, gives you a thumbs up.
Good eye. He'll kind of pat him on the shoulder and walk back to the party.
Oh, it's ain't not taken, because I out this way long notes, and I makes that tall Louise.
You met who named Louise?
Oh?
Who did you meet named Louise?
I want to roll. See what he says to help Dom out. 60 4. So dirty 20.
He said, you live this way long enough and you'll learn the way. Basically just implying that, like, if you have to do this, then you learn the little tricks and you go for it. Just basically that.
Briar, are there any, like, dangerous wildlife in this water?
One can hope.
Did I?
You would know, yes, there are. Certainly.
Absolutely.
Depends on the
Do you want
season
to
and
go
the
be
time
bait?
of day. They're either extremely docile, or will swallow you whole. Well, at least a halfling or a gnome.
Oh, well, probably the liquor speaking, but I kind of wanted to go scare the shit out of people.
I mean,
Still,
who's stopping you? No one.
Still in front of the gnome, was curious.
Halfling, yeah.
Halfling, sorry. How racist of me.
Yeah, jeez.
The ring. Do you totally yours? Not trying to take it. Do you mind if I were to just inspect it?
Nice, and it's a look at him, but no set, man, yeah.
Okay. And I would like to use another magic awareness now that all of the muck and stuff has gone off of it to see if it glitters or if it's just a normal ring.
It glows magical.
What? What would it be worth to you? And Dom will kind of pull out. He'd pull out 5 gold.
No, Sam. Nay. Well, Sam, he, I saw some copper nice, and the green one like that, Sam, jade or something. This ain't no, Sam. Should be
He's gonna look.
him anyway.
He's gonna look exactly at Rowan. Please help me.
Oh, roll.
I had it for a minute. He was talking about copper in the ring, and then he started talking about Jade and someone named Jade, and I lost it.
That is a 22.
22. He said it is just a copper ring, but if you look here, this jade or something in the green, and then he's like, I was just gonna sell it anyway. So he's just like thinking if that's worth it or not. He's trying to price out how much it's actually worth.
But he can understand me, right?
Yep. Why can't you understand
I'm
him?
just making sure. What did he say?
Well, he's gonna sell it anyway. So it's up to you.
I mean,
Front.
it's up to you. I mean, I like the look of it, to be honest.
Nice, I said wee pretty. Might it a wee bit more.
I could do like, I could throw another gold on it, but to be honest, that's about the price.
Yeah. Make motion, that's in.
Dom hands him the six gold, and he grabs the ring, and now that he has it more closer, will he be able to tell right off the bat from his spell?
So I don't know, again, with items, I don't know what the school of magic would technically be. For this, enchanting, technically, I guess.
Okay, that's fair.
What I can give you, yeah, because I don't know how to, that's the problem with items. They don't give you a way to easily tell you what school of magic that it's from. But it is magical. It actually glows faintly even without your vision. That green gem itself does. The jade that is within it, and it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what more I can give aside from like an identify, and that's the extent of the ability. Schools of magic are hard, especially with items, because it doesn't tell you.
That's okay. You just could have just told me enchanting. That's fine. Yeah. So Dom, knowing that it's magical, would take it directly to our 3 spell users and kind of know that Bree does not want to touch anything that comes out of that river, he would like get a cloth and wrap it in it. Cloth first, ring second. Bree, Asher,
In the vial.
come on.
Double fisting alcohol with Aurelia.
I found something in the river. If you are not too far gone, you could possibly see what it does. I don't know. It's magical. My eyes told.
Yeah, totally. I can totally do it. You just hold it real still. I'll focus really hard.
Across.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. We're going to be here for a little bit.
Okay. How long do it? How long do I need it? Is something supposed to happen, or is it like just a?
Shh.
I mean,
was thinking more
you
drinky.
need to focus. Well, I can't drink because I'm holding it. I guess I have a second hand unless someone hands me a drink. But like,
Okay. I burned the spell. What do we know?
It is a ring of. I don't think that it actually exists.
Okay.
But
you made
the
that.
ring is called the Ring of Arcane Seal, and it has a charge per day. And when you cast a spell of level 3 or lower, you may expend a charge of this item instead of expending a spell slot. And this spell is cast at level 3. So basically a level 3 or lower, you could expend a level 1 spell and it would be cast at level 3, but basically it's a free level 3 spell slot.
well,
And
nothing
that is a
happened. You
fucking
gotta
steal
tell me
for 6 gold, I'll have you know. You swindled this man out of a really good item.
So basically, you could cast a spell at first level, and it will upcast it to 3rd level for free, like once.
Yep.
A day.
Can't you guys like only do that a couple times? That seems pretty powerful, right?
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. You got the killer deal.
Yeah. Okay, well, I like my soul, and he's gonna like
You like
politely grab your hand and put it in a cloth and put it in your hand. We're even, and he's going to walk away.
you learn very quickly. But
The one that you bought it from is actually walking past to buy his own drinks, and he just kind of like shoots you a look like sucker. Because he doesn't know. He doesn't even know what he just sold. It's like, it's copper. I mean, it's not that valuable. This green gem's kind of boring.
but wait, don't you do magic?
Yeah, but I'm still learning how to use it, and I think that's definitely something that you could utilize a lot more. And plus, you've already helped me, so just seems to be a debt that needs to be owed.
You don't owe me a debt. You never owe me a debt.
Oh,
Asher
you
does.
just gave me 100 gold. Yeah, I owe you a debt. I mean, good lord.
Oh, speaking of rings and Dom, I've been attuned to this for, well, no other reason other than we had it. And he'll hand you the Ring of the Ram. This actually might come in handy for you more than, well, any of us.
What does it do?
It's an actual magic item. You can look it up.
He explains what it does.
Yeah.
You're a ram.
I'm a ram. Do I transform into a ram? Is this how you've been transforming into animals? I don't.
Built ram tough.
Right.
Summons a truck.
Summons my van, my Ram Pro Master.
Tell Dom the story on how we got it, and going up to Voss.
The statues and all that, moving all the statues, that little puzzle. Proud of that one.
And your mother controlled it, Aurelia.
I guess. I'm not sure.
That's
We didn't get a chance really to speak with
that's
them.
amazing. I mean, like family. It's a soft spot for me, and that love. That's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. You see Aurelia kind of just get uncomfortable and
I'm
kind of
sorry. I'm sorry. Right, wrong place, wrong time. Drinks. I owe drinks. Let's go get blasted and forget our worries. How's that sound?
I'll be impressed if we do not find a place that does any drinking game. Probably find
Party
some
pooper.
food.
So looking around, there is a kind of makeshift tent that is outside of a bar, more so than tavern, but it's like they set up this area just for the festival, just so that whatever rambunctiousness or rowdiness that comes and goes from it is secluded to that area itself, rather than the bar itself, which it seems to be a place on the second tier, and then they kind of develop this area right below them that is this little tinted area where you can hear some hooting and hollering going on in there, that very much seems akin to what would be festivities as such.
Sounds like something's going on over there.
Would you like to go in? You guys, yeah, you're just like, yeah, I think something's going on over there. It stands there, idle pose. The tooltip pops up, finally gives you the trail marker to lead you towards the objective.
Aurelia grabs Bree's hand and heads on in ahead of everybody else.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Looking inside there, there is a... Why is this out of order? That's not accurate. There is a conglomeration of different people. What you see is that they've kind of huddled into their own different camps, though there's a lot of mixing that's going on within there. But you see lots of drinks sloshing around, people clinking their tankards together. It's a comical scene. People are up on tables. Notably, what you see is that these halfling and gnomish waitresses that are walking, and they kind of dance as they do a tap dance as they're up on the tables that are and they jump from table to table, and they are basically filling people's tankards just nonstop. They just keep them flowing. As you go to enter, not even noticing, because you first are just excited to see like this liveliness that's happening around, like people jumping around. There's even like different bars up above where people are actually like swinging from them and hanging and jumping from bar to bar to just kind of like put on a show. But you see there are dwarves and halflings and gnomes, predominantly halflings, a lot more dwarves, and then the occasional gnome here or there. all within similar stature to a certain degree, and then you walking in. The only other figures that stand out are a group of elves who are off in their kind of their own corner. Some of the other ones mingling with each other, but they all seem to be sitting while the rest are out and about walking around to kind of still stay at that same height. But as you walk in, observing all of these festivals or festivities, walking ahead, you kind of bump into somebody, Aurelia, and you see this big mitted dwarf with just his mouth completely covered over with his mustache, and all you see is like just the mustache move. Drinks are endless. Hey, and you're good for the night. That's your goal, please.
But we bring the people, you know? We show up, more people are going to come. We're actually earning you much more money by just being here.
Just holds out his mitt. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Can Asher give advantage by doing a little druid craft behind her, like making a little firework or something in his hand, or a little light?
Sure.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Kind of like sizes you up and down, then looks at Briar in your arm, kind of, and then like back behind you. Kind of looks back into the tent and sees like everybody's kind of like busy and not paying attention. Fishing 5 silver a piece, we're good.
All right. It's a deal.
You see like through his just big bushy eyebrows, and then this big you see just one side kind of like come up to almost like a grin, but you can't even see the mouth or the teeth below that, and then you see just one eye kind of like do like a wink, not in like a weird perverted kind of way, just kind of like he was just being friendly, and he takes that, and then he's just like, get in before I change my mind.
Thank you so much. What is your name?
Blothus.
Blothus. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, my parents didn't want me to amount to much. You see like both sides just like come up, and you see the teeth finally just a little bit, just the tip of them. But it's none of it.
As we get in a little bit, Bree's gonna whisper in Aurelia's ear. So if you want me to kill him, just let me know. We have his name now.
Why? He was nice. Barely making your way in there, immediately tankards are just like shoved into your hand and just poured whatever it is, some kind of grog. Probably not the most expensive stuff. They got to make their money somehow. But it is endless grog at this moment. Each of you just handed a tankard. There's not even any conformity to the type of tankards. Like some are full metal, some are the wooden ones. Different sizes and different amounts. The only uniform in the way of the tankards seems to be the ones used for competition, because that's only fair. But the ones that you currently have in your hands to get you started are just all kinds of mishmash.
As we enter in, I want to look, see where the competition's taking from.
You see currently there is a group of dwarves huddled around another dwarven figure, dark-skinned with a red mustache, and you just see this froth dripping down his face, down his chin where he doesn't have a beard, and he's intensely staring across the table to this very high-browed wood elf with this very dirty blonde hair who stares back with his own form of intensity, but this kind of trying to play the mental game, staring him down as if he's not affected, and drinking this ale together. The man from across from him nods to the elven figure, and the elf head nods back. They pull the drinks up to their side, up to their mouths, and it seems like they have like some kind of like ref right in between. It is just a gnomish man who is right on the table. Even with them sitting, the gnomish man is like right there at their head level as he's like bent over a little bit, points to each of them, and then gives the go sign, and they start to chug their drinks. You look on the table and you see where these coins are set up, as if like this little tug of war type thing, and you can see that it seems to be that they are like 3 rounds in at this point, and so they go at it after one another. Chat, roll me a D6. Exclamation point D6. With the 4, you see, thank you, Veronica, for that roll. With the 4, you have them go another round. You see the intensity of this darker complexion dwarf, more of that froth dripping down his chin and dripping off of that long mustache that he has, and he wipes his face and stares back at this elf. The elf, just for a moment, you see this kind of look of like, worthy opponent kind of thing. They go another round. You see, nobody loves their job more than this gnome who is the ref for this. He's not super like animated or hype. It's not that. It's just like the intensity and how seriously he takes his kind of pointless job. but he's just loving it. He's like looking at both of them, trying to see who's gonna falter first. The dwarven man kind of lets out a big belch and then like smirks, and the dwarves rallied behind him almost comically, like huddled over a door kind of thing, like pat him on the back and start to chuckle and laugh, and they kind of pat him on the back, and he like turns and and the elven figure across from him kind of just lets out a very wimpy burp himself. The elven figures behind him rallied there, do no reaction to anything, and then the dwarven figure kind of like points and laughs at him, and then like gets motions to get the next drink ready. He just like points at him. He's like, you see the elven figure kind of like slightly tilt his head. They go to the next one. They get set up for this 6th round. He takes it. He's got a little bit of wobble, but he's trying to stay sturdy. You see a little bit of wobble in the elven figure as well, but even in his kind of posh standing, gets ready to take the drink. And the dwarf gets it ready, looks at the gnome. The gnome looks at the elf, then back to the dwarf. And the dwarf starts to nod, and then spews it all over the drink, and then kind of like topples over a little bit. starts to just throw up all over the place. And the gnome gets so excited and immediately whips out this rag and throws it over top of the vomit and uses his foot to kind of wipe it up. And then he gets over to the edge of the table and puts his foot on the dwarf and kind of kicks him away, like almost virtually Sparta kicks him out of the table. The elven man puts his drink down slowly and stands up and moves to a corner where they celebrate him for a little bit, and then he like sits down very, very wobbly himself. Like, who really won?
I'm gonna talk to a person walking. What's the objective? Drink as much as the other person? What the
Well, it's simple, you see. First of all, you just have to drink, and if you can't drink anymore, or you throw up, you black out, or die, well then you lose, and the other person wins. So, I suppose you go until you can't. Well, so you've never drank before? You want to give it a go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Well, there's a couple of views. We could probably start the doubles or the thirdsies now, if you want. You down for thirdsies?
Aurelia?
If I'm being honest, this is not my scene.
It wasn't mine when we first started.
Honest.
And Asher's going to upcast enhance ability, Bear's Endurance on. Fuck it. Who's all? It would be Rowan, Aurelia, and Asher then. He'll upcast it to level 5 and cast it all on us, so we have advantage on con checks.
Are we just going in on this?
She said she was down to try it once.
Yep, I'll try anything once.
And sure, should anything happen, I'll hold her hair.
Roa's gonna put his arm around her shoulder. Pull her in.
Okay. So, paired up, you actually get a little thirdsy group against you. They don't seem to be any kind of uniformity as far as like professionals, and not like they're a team. You do see some people who are color coordinated as if they are on a team. These folks don't seem to be. They seem like they were actually pulled from different teams, but they're still mates and they still have like a common interest. There's a dwarven fellow, a halfling fellow, and a gnomish fellow, all to boot.
Wait. There's 6 of us. Keron, I know Grog isn't your thing, but if you're down, we could do 3v3.
People just be content with the fact that I'm actually imbibing love.
I'm actually just here.
Okay, it's okay. It was just a crazy thought.
If you're looking around too, but as soon as we enter, Dom is literally just letting completely loose, dancing. He's like chugging beers.
It is the place to do
left
it.
and right. Like
The more
he's
you let
probably
go in
already
that way,
4
yeah.
or 5 grogs. Yeah, 4 or 5 grogs in. He's like going like you can't even see him. He's just partying it.
They immediately the more you get into it in that aspect, the immediately you just start to make friends, and like they just start to celebrate you. You probably won't even know their name. They won't know your name. They don't care. They just recognize how much you're just enjoying yourself and enjoying the time, and they're there for it. It's a very very light mood.
Dom is holding a gnome and kickstanding. He's doing one of those dance line kicks, and he's like just holding 2 gnomes in both arms and
they're both just kicking their legs. They're all about it. They're having it. They're not even demeaned or anything. It's just it's the mood. Okay, you guys getting prepped. Your constitutions. What are your constitutions?
18.
10.
18, 10. And what is your constitution, Rowan?
15.
15. Okay.
To be fair, though, we have advantage on all that stuff now.
You have
so.
advantage, but that is your health. So if you want to start keeping track of that as well, that is your hit points. Your constitution hit points. And then I gotta write these guys down. Okay. So everybody will roll a I'm going to do this with people paired across from people. Asher, you are paired across from the you are paired across from the gnome. Aurelia, you are paired across from the halfling, and Rowan, you are paired across from the dwarf. So we'll start with Rowan and the dwarf first. I need you to roll your constitution check, I believe. Is that what we've been doing? We've been doing checks instead of saving throw, right? Yeah.
This is with advantage, right?
And this will be with advantage, yes. I kind of do I want to include chat and make them roll these so they're just going against you? It's kind of fun. Let's do chat exclamation point D20. You're rolling against Rowan. And then it's going to be the constitution of that. Rolled a 4. Thanks, Ryan. What did you roll?
Plus 2, that is a 21.
21, you absolutely win. So the difference is going to be a D12. You will roll a D12 of damage.
That is 6.
A 6. Okay. Okay, with that first one, he will take half of that. My apologies, because he was above the DC, which is 0 for this first round. Everybody gets 1. Everybody gets 1. Tell him, Peter. And so he takes 3 points of constitution damage. The next is going to be Aurelia across from the halfling. Aurelia, roll your constitution saving or check. Constitution check. I believe these are supposed to be saving throws, actually.
It doesn't matter
Yes.
for Aurelia.
Yes.
15.
15. Oh, I gotta. Did we roll ours? Exclamation point D20. Give the. Rolled a 2. Okay. Yeah. Roll your damage. His constitution is a +1, so
It's a
he rolled a 3.
D6?
So for in this case, you rolled a. What did you roll?
A 15.
15. So in this case, it'll be a D12. Rounded down, it's a D12. So you roll the D12. That is how much damage?
3 points of damage.
3 points. That will be halved because he was still above the DC. So he will take the 1 point of damage. Okay. So that's that. Asher versus the gnome. A very quaint looking figure across from you. Usually gnomes have a little bit of meat on their bones even, and this one seems pretty scrawny, but he looks like he's got like that old man strength a little bit. And Sky, you're not rolling this shit. Get out of here. Exclamation point D20. Somebody roll this against Asher. Yes, anybody is welcome to roll.
14.
That is a 15 on his part, and he has a higher plus. Well, he has the same plus as you, actually. So that is... rolled a 15. What's your plus? Because he has 18
plus
constitution as
4.
well. It's +4. Okay, yeah. +4. So the difference is just 5. So it will be a D4. I'm just gonna roll the damage for that, just because convenience sake. Waiting for chat to be able to roll it. That is a 1. You will take 1. That's it. Okay. You are at 17. We are back to Rowan across from the dwarf. Going forward, every drink from here on, whether you win or lose, will be at least 1 point of damage taken, because you cannot go on forever. So it will start ticking away. Yeah.
I think that's a 17. Yes, that was a 17.
Okay, chat, exclamation point D20 versus the 17. His is a, that will still win. His is a, what is 16? 16 is a +3? Yes, question mark? Yes, 12, 14, yes. So he has a +3, so that is 11. 11 minus 17, we are at the 6 still, so you roll a D6. He was above the 10, which is the DC now.
That is 4.
That is a 4. So with 4, he was above the DC. He will take 2 points of damage. Gulps down that second one, though. No problem. He's still looking okay. And then we come to...
Correct?
And you take 1 point of damage. Just because you will start to tick away as well. Aurelia, I need another D20 in chat. Exclamation point D20 against hers. This one has a +1. So it is a +1.
I rolled an
10
8.
+1. That is a 11.
With advantage?
Yeah, with advantage. I rolled
With
an 8.
advantage. Rolled an 8. Hell yeah. So they won with an 11. That is going to be, and you are under the DC, so you will take the full of whatever this die is, which is a D4. So you'll take whatever the full amount is here. There's a 2. You will take 2 points of damage. So you're at 8 now.
3 total,
And-
though, because of the...
Nope. Sorry. No, just 2. He will take 1 just himself. It's just whether you win or lose, you or whether you,
okay.
even if you win, you still lose 1. So now he is down to 10 himself. Okay, Asher versus the gnome across from him. Exclamation point D20. I like that I can include chat for this. Veronica with a 15.
16.
With a 16. Oh, so you win by 1. You have the same constitution. He is the MVP.
Well, it was 12 plus 4. So it was a
12
16
plus
total.
4. Oh, 16 total. I thought you rolled 16. Okay, so he does win. He will take 1, just naturally, innately. But you will take, so you're at 16 total. He is at 19 total. That is still a D4. So my D4, that is 2 points of damage. You are above the DC, so you will take 1 point of damage. That's it. It was big. You guys both broke even. He is at 17. You are at 16 right now. Right now, the HPs, just so everybody is aware, Rowan, 14, Aurelia, 18, or Aurelia, 8, Asher, 16, the dwarf across from Rowan, 11. So 14 versus 11. Aurelia, 8 versus 10, and Asher, 16 versus 17 right now. The DC is now 12 with this next round. We're back to Rowan. Rowan, roll your D20. Chat, roll your D20, exclamation point D20.
Before I, as I pick up the next mug, I'm gonna look at Aurelia and say, "Hey, what you know?" He's just gonna. I couldn't. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You absolutely beat that too, which was actually a 6. No, a 5. So 15 closest is a D12. Roll a D12. He is under it, so he will take the full damage of whatever this is. Which
11.
11?
Yeah.
He had 11 left. So takes his next drink, gulps it down, and it just goes down on maybe the wrong pipe a little bit. And he's like, and you look, the halfling and the gnome just slowly turn their heads and just scowl at him as he's out of it. What this means is that you now get to be on standby, which means that they are hurting. You don't have to take any more drinks until somebody else fails. So basically your stat block piles up.
I would take 1 though.
You do take 1, so you're at 13 now. Okay. But all it takes is knocking somebody out right here. Next in line, Asher. Roll. DC is 12. Chat, roll me an exclamation point D20.
$15 total.
Oh, Vlad got it. So 12 plus 3. So 15 total as well. You guys both tie. You're both over the DC. You'll just both take one hit. So 7 versus 9. And you both just take that hit. Now, oh, I skipped. I went the wrong order. It was supposed to be, sorry. Yeah, Aurelia is still at 8. Sorry, he's still at 10. Sorry, I just skipped past it. I skipped the order on accident. We'll just count that round anyway. You are at 15. He's at 16. Aurelia, you are at 8. He is at 10. Go ahead. Exclamation point D20 now. 18.
14.
14. And his is a +1. So, yes, he is at 19. You're at 14. So, yes, that is a D4. You are above the DC, at least. That is a 12. You will take 1 point damage, but so will he. So you are at 7. He is at 9. Okay, and back to Rowan. Nope, just kidding. It's back to Asher, because Rowan is out of it for now. He won against his. Asher and chat, exclamation point D20. DC is now 14.
18. Thank God for advantage. I rolled the nat 1.
He rolled it again. The 12. The 12. 18 total. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and his was 12 plus 4. So no, you win. But he's above the DC, so roll your D4, and it will be halved for him. And then take your 1 point. You're at 14 now.
Oh, that was a 4, but it was cocked. That's a 2.
A 2. Okay. Already halved or not halved? So he takes
Not
1
halved.
as well. Okay.
Yeah, he takes 1.
14 and 15, still there. Back to Aurelia, 7 versus 9. Chat, exclamation point D20. DC is 14. 17. Veronica. What'd you get?
I rolled a 7.
A 7? So 7 total versus
Yep.
the 18. Okay. The closest rounded down is a 10. You are below the DC. You will take the full damage of a D10. Where's my D10? Where are you? What are you? 12? You're a 10. You're the only 10 I see. Goodbye, Aurelia. I rolled a 7. Okay.
Aurelia drinks, stops. Her eyes get really wide. And she just looks over at Rowan and then waves and then falls.
I'm going to catch her with a levitate. and I'm just gonna pretend to hold her and go sit down at a bench.
Just spy world. Rowan, as you watch her leave, you see the halfling is just eyeing you down like you're next, punk. Motioning basically for you to get in the seat that she just emptied. You're up against the halfling. But he just had his round, so he's good. He is at 8. He does take his 1 point of damage. So he's at 8. You're at 13. But we're going back to Asher. Asher, 14 versus 15. I need an exclamation point D20 for their roll. With a 13, which
This
is
song is
17
such a
total.
vibe, though.
That's a 14 total.
14 total versus the 17. So you will take a D4. 14 total does meet the DC though, so you will take half of a D4, which is 1 point. You're both taking 1 point. You guys are fucking going. 13 versus 14. Rowan versus the halfling. 13 versus 8. I needed another exclamation point D20. This is courtesy of Lady Victoria. I met them at Ren Fair and bought their music off of a USB.
15.
And this is a 2. Oh god. 2, his plus is a +1, so he's at 3. 15 is a 12. You get to roll the D12. And he's under the 16 DC, which means he will take the full damage of whatever D12 you roll. Yep.
That's a 9.
9. Damn. Okay. Eyeing you down, takes his drink. It just spills over his face. Was trying a little bit too aggressive to go for it, but you are at 12 yourself. Asher.
Oh,
I need
boy.
an exclamation point D20.
What the
Enjoy.
fuck?
Mhm. 17.
17 total.
17 natural. That is a D4 of damage. These
See, why do you hate me
I
so
swear.
much?
Finally, you will take half. No, 17 total. DC.
Yeah.
Is it still 16? Yeah, it is still 16. So you're above the DC. You will take half. It is 2 points. He is 1 point. So you are at 11. He is at 13. Rowan is sitting out for the moment. He gets to stew on it for a little bit. We need another exclamation point D20. This is still against Asher and the gnome. The gnome with old man strength just going at it.
22.
No! With his 7 minus 22, the closest is a D8, correct? No. What did I have?
10?
7. Yes,
No, D12.
it is still a D12.
Yeah.
Roll your D12. He is below the DC of 18.
12.
Fuck. He's looking rough. He's got 1 HP left. Yeah, so you are at 10. He's basically done for. So with your last roll, maybe he can at least get you out. We're gonna roll this last one. He's done either way, but
That's not.
17. He's strong on this one though.
8 plus a 4, so 12 total.
12 total versus his 22 or 21 total. So 21 versus 12. Our closest is
10.
D8. It would be
8,
so you're
yeah.
12. 10. Yeah, it would be a 9, so it would be an 8. So he's going to roll the D8. You are under the DC. You would take the full damage of this. It's not going to knock you out anyway. I kind of want to do something fun just to make this interesting. Chat, I want you to roll me a D20, and if we get a natural 20, he's going to get a second wind. That's it. Nope. Okay, he's done. But you will take 5 damage. So your constitution is currently at a 5. He, on the other hand, sees you kind of like, ooh, after not handling that last one so well, kind of smiles, stares at you, his eyes glaze over, and he just slowly falls asleep. And then he is done. Oh.
Asher's gonna like stand up and was like, and then just sit right back down.
The gnomish ref man is overly excited once again, and he goes over and puts his foot right on the other gnome's face and just slides him off the table and clears everything away. Takes the drinks, like there's a drink that's like half finished right there. He just waltzes right over as happy as can be and just punts it across the room. Somebody just catches it and then cheers to him, and the party and festivities is continuing. You see Dom now has 4 different gnomes crawling all over him. Just partying on his shoulders. The music is bumping right now.
Asher's gonna sit down next to rejoin the party where Aurelia is and be like, oh, that you ended up pretty much how I ended the first drinking game that we did when we got back to Mid-Cove.
Asher, I don't know if you've noticed, but she's kind of unconscious at the moment and can't hear you. I mean...
Yeah, that...
How many fingers am I holding up, Asher? You okay? Good.
Ron was going to do lesser restoration on Aurelia to bring her back and ruin her buzz a bit, but this one
yeah, she's at least a little more sober to the point where she is conscious, but she would still have disadvantage on stuff that she was trying to do in this case. She just immediately skipped to hangover, basically. You ruined the vibe.
Did we win? Did I win?
You did great.
We all won.
As you guys like make your way over, it was like not even discussed, but like somebody comes over and they just pour out this small mug, this metal mug of just a few coins, and it was just basically like what people had bet on you. They give you like a small portion of it. You walk out with basically like just a few silver. It's like 3 silver total. But hey, you make back some of your cost of coming in here.
Okay.
Asher's gonna push it over to Briar.
Oh. You cannot even begin to repay your debts. Keep it, broke monkey. So, let's get some water and some bread into this one, yeah?
Yeah, you have really soft hands. So do you, Karan.
Thank you.
Thank you
She's a lovable drunk. She's a loving drunk. I love you guys.
I'm hungry. Is anyone else hungry?
I've ordered you some stew and some bread. You're going to get some good food, okay?
Oh, you're just the best. You all are the best.
You know what will come in? What sounds really good in the morning? Remember that bathhouse in Mid-Cove? That cured the hangover right up, and whatever Briar decided to draw all over my face that night.
If you want more dicks on your face, I can arrange something.
I don't want any dicks on my face, please.
Don't worry. I know we don't go that way. It's okay, dear.
Are we gonna go somewhere else and drink more, or are we gonna go back to the arm wrestler person?
Let's do food first, and then we'll go from there. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Ron, you are so smart, and I take their face in my hands and just kind of squish it. You're so smart, Karan. Isn't he the smartest?
Oh, sweet Aurelia.
They bring you a bowl of stew with like a pulled off piece of bread that is just like in it. It's like halfway soggy within the stew itself. Just kind of like building up the moisture there. You see at first, like when they set the bowl down, they just kind of and shrug, and then you see them like reach in and just like pull off a piece of that bread and just like take it and kind of crumble it up into a little or roll it up into a ball and like just stuff it in their pocket, and you realize that they just picked off a piece of mold and just the bread was like just the part where it was molding on the bread.
Just eat around it.
Yeah, exactly. Just pick off the mold part and the rest is fine.
We want to create some food and water.
That might be good, or we could use Rowan's mom's tasty bread. That might be good. Better than mold. I'm going to just take the bread and I'm just gonna drop it on the floor.
Immediately as you drop it around the drop it on the floor, you now pay attention to the fact that there are just mice running around. They're just dodging people's feet. You see a few of them have already been trampled just through the tap dancing and the clogging that they've been doing. They're living their best life, but it's a dangerous one. It immediately comes over and they scurry and they start to fight over each other. They bite each other.
Hell no. Kevin, look at all the mice bodies. We're not making food here. We're leaving. We are. And I'm going to gather up Aurelia. I'm going to try to lift her, realize I really can't, and then cast levitate again. All right, we are fucking getting out of here. Right now, hop her over my shoulder.
The initial idea and impression of this place was that it was really fun and lively until you realize how this gross and terrible this is.
The reason why bars and clubs keep the lights down real low.
Asher's just sitting at the table and looks up and is like, "Why are we? Okay, we're leaving."
I'm not feeding her here.
Feed anyone here.
No.
Making your way out to the area where all the festivals and festivities and stuff are going on, you realize that it is darker now than when you initially had entered, just in the time that it took you to do the drinks and to have some fun. And it's up to you where you want to make your stay. As far as in the different taverns, you have the little bit more ritzier one, which would be a little bit more coinage. Then you have the grog guzzler, which is an option to stay. It is not the best conditions, as you know. And then there is Buddy's Cuddies as well. So
let's go to Buddy's Cuddies.
Briar,
it's cozy.
I'm very drunk.
Yes.
Are you sure and I know that's probably not a good idea.
Listen, it's clean. It's not like Rose is going to do anything bad. And Buddy is your bud. So it's fine. I don't need to feel awkward. I mean, look at this. I've got an Aurelia.
It's okay, Briar. I've slept with so many people. There's nothing wrong with having sex. Don't let them make you feel bad.
Thank you so much.
I like an experienced woman anyway.
She is
amongst us.
She is talkative when she's drunk.
I like this Aurelia. Yeah, she's much more lot less veiled, Like everything she says is, like there's something more, or it's not exactly she's holding back. She's not holding back right now.
I'm just not worried about finding out all your secrets, Marty. That's what I do when I'm not this way.
now I have to wonder about the overlap of Drunk Hannah, and I wish that you were with us in Ohio when we were there. Is it there? Anyways, making your way back to the Buddies Cuddies, if that's where you're deciding to go. The atmosphere there, while it has its own bit of liveliness as the night has approached, people who had kind of the similar idea, who didn't want to deal with the rat trampling of the tent rave, are are still having their kind of their drinks and celebrations here, as the night is technically still young. The beauty of the dockside wharf town Wafton is the lights that are just strung up everywhere, so that it creates its own daylight in a dazzling kind of way. In that way, it is beautiful and it's pretty, but then like the context of like it's kind of a dingy lake, and you know the people die and stuff like that, and it is still pretty with that, like with a different air, and the mist that starts to develop over the lake is quite pretty, as it's illuminated by the different lights and colors that light up this festival. Every now and then you hear like a fireworks shot off here and there, to ignite the festival. Some burst into like a snowflake pattern, and then create this little like snow effect after they burst, and then others create this like big sunburst, and then it fades into what will happen, which is a eclipse of the sun. So the sun gets eclipsed, and then like this creates this explosion of like clouds passing over it to create this like beautiful imagery. These very elaborate fireworks displays that launch every now and then to signify the changing of seasons.
When we enter, do we see Rose or Buddy?
Yes, they are working away currently at their respective areas of focus at this time. You see, Rose hasn't noticed that you guys have even come in. Buddy notices you first, and just kind of motions you over to the counter, which he is standing behind, after kind of giving an order to a different waitress. And she goes over and helps a different table, and you see that she's like looks a little bit stressed out. Not Rose, just the other waitress that's kind of helping out. Goes over to the table and seems kind of like apprehensive with it, as she kind of helps them with their needs, and they're kind of just being rambunctious and drunk and almost having a good time themselves without respect for anybody else's good time, kind of thing, if that makes sense. Just kind of being a little bit
like night one in Ohio with the margaritas.
Yeah, like us, like we were. No, except
that poor waitress.
Not well received.
Buddy. So, can I get the honeymoon suite with the view of the fireworks, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So that will be 5 gold piece or 5 silver a night.
Okay,
but
perfect.
For a friend, 4. How about that?
Okay. We'll do that. Can we have some fresh breads and some hearty just food brought up, please? Oh, you can have.
It will be already there provided for you. I have to get that set up before. So if you would like a drink or a glass of wine before you head up for the night, I can get that prepared for you, complimentary. And then I will just go get that all set up, and then it will be all there waiting for you. We also have a little bell system. It is operated 24 hours a night. Either myself or Rose, some of the other staff. She's about to go home here soon, but It is operated 24, so you just ring the bell and we will bring room service. But it is
Okay.
particular to that one. We try to make, try to keep it fancy here at Buddy's Goodies, So.
Well, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you. What is your name again? I don't think I ever caught it.
Briar.
Briar. Nice to meet you. So how did you and Rose know each other? You seemed like you were close.
Well, we were friends for a small stint, and then I went off to go travel the world. So.
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. Good for you. I'm sure she's super glad that you're back. I'm sure that she's missed you. You guys should spend some time together. I'm sure she would love that. She spent a lot of time with the tavern here, and she's helped a lot. So she would love probably a girls' night. She would love that.
Yeah, probably. She would really love a girls' night,
Yeah, we should hang out with her, Briar.
And what is your name again?
Oh, I'm Aurelia.
That is a beautiful name. Your complexion as well. And what? I mean, all respect. What are you? I've never seen an elf with like your complexion. Your eyes are just absolutely yeah.
Oh, thanks. I am not an elf, though I'm a half elf.
Oh, half well, like kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is wonderful. Well, all right. Let me pour you guys a glass, and then I will go get that prepared. And like I said, if you need anything at all over the course of the night, I try to make that one the extra service. Right now, I charge only 5 silver, but I'm hoping to make let me know what you think afterwards. I know maybe I can raise the price after or something like that. Trying to compete with peer pressure across the way. They are they step up their game. We have to step up ours, and but that's what I'm trying to do. So. Make buddies cuddies the place to be, the ritzy place of Wolfden, yeah, instead of peer pressure. Clever name, I'll give it to them, but yeah. All right, I'll get you guys sorted up. I will take care of this myself. He starts to just pour you guys these glasses of wine. Everybody else, anybody else wanting different rooms? Feature.
Are we staying here tonight, or are we going back to the cabin?
Kind of seems like we're staying here tonight. I guess Cool and the other guy you had with you will be fine at the cabin by themselves with all the rest of the Temple of Light guys.
Okay, one more beer, food, bed.
Your name is Buddy, right?
Yeah.
I'll take a room as well, please. Not one beside Briar and Aurelia.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you one of the common rooms. They are just a silver piece each for a night.
Yeah. Could I get some alcohol and food brought to my room as well, please?
Yes. So that's not included. For the price, you'll have to pay a few more copper to have that delivered to your room. It's kind of one of the services for the honeymoon suite. But yeah, absolutely. You'll have to come down and get it yourself for that. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say. And he just hands him a gold piece and walks up the steps.
A gold piece, God. All right. Yes. Briar Aurelia, beautiful name. I will get that all set up for you. If you need anything, ask the girls. They would love to help you. I will be right back. You see, he like takes some things up to that room. He's like, you see, he's like kind of excited. Like he's like, I'm gonna show them a great experience and proud to serve kind of thing. Good energy about him. And then makes his way up the stairs and heads out.
As he leaves, she leans over. Aurelia, I have bad ideas, and if he wasn't such a nice guy, I'd be like, hey, he did offer a girls' night.
Thinking the same thing.
Right? I mean, it would be anyway. but he's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, more nice guy than smart guy, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How much was the room?
Silver piece. As you guys chill out around your glasses of wine, Rose comes over. Oh, I didn't see you guys come in. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Have you been taken care of?
Oh,
Well, obviously,
absolutely.
you have your wine. Sorry, silly, but I'll just make sure if you need anything else.
Your husband's very attentive.
He is. He's wonderful.
You okay there, Rose?
Yeah. I'm just. It's good to see you. I don't think that we actually met Aurelia. I think I heard somebody say your name.
Yeah, that's my name. It's nice to meet you, Rose. I really liked your alcohols.
Oh, the rose. Yes, my specialty, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So we decided to get the honeymoon suite for the night.
Oh, he's excited about that to be able to offer that experience. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. He's put a lot of work into making that the best it can be. And if you need anything at all, give it a ring, and somebody will be up to help you for sure.
Okay. Well, he mentioned you were getting off pretty soon.
Well, I'm technically pretty much always on, but I have to. I will probably be winding down for at least out here, but we have some more girls coming in that will help serve through the night, especially during the season. The festivities will probably go on all night, so but got to have my beauty sleep.
Well, you have a great night, and we're going to head on up.
As you say that, Buddy comes out and you see he's like rubbing his hands together. Like he's super excited. All right, this way. And then kind of like points you up the stairs and the last room on the left and kind of points you in that direction. Making your way into that room is it is nice. The nicest thing that you have seen in Wafton so far. It seems very cozy. It even smells nice in there. Rose petals. It's pretty nice. It seems comfortable, and you do see like this little inset slot in the wall where there's this little place where you can ring the bell. For service, and then there is a what did you think this was? Yeah, it's ropes already pre-attached to the bed. You're good. Yeah. Is that where you're going or no? And yeah, it is implying that smelling nice has not been a thing to describe Wafton as. Yeah, no, it has not been. No, it smells kind of like fishy lake. And inside there, it is very nice and comfortable. The wine and little cheese and grapes and bread slices are all set up. The bread actually looks good. It is not moldy by any means or anything like that. It looks like it's pretty tasty. So quite an experience there for that. Probably honestly better service than what it is actually worth for the 4 silver compared to like other places that try to offer the same thing or don't even offer the same thing but just have a nice room. So the service is nice. Buddy is a buddy. Okay.